sing.
Oh my God. It's the
Good to see you.
You introduced our chaotic guest.
Yes, our chaotic guest Joyce Barham of Tari and her green book. We should have asked her to do the Kia as well. Yeah. Joyce, can you give us one Kia?
What's that one? Kia.
So
you see the
diplomatic Kia.
Joyce, which secondary school did you go to?
Oh, lots of them. I went to the St. Francis Girls Secondary School, Wesley Girls High School, and Somali Secondary.
It's okay, don't go any further.
Wesley Girls.
That was a Wesley Girls Kia.
Oh my God.
I think it's a Kia from all the schools I've been to. Not forgetting the Prezi Primary in Tamale as well.
Yeah, but Wesley Girls are. Yeah, but
you should go to the sports.
Oh, we are going to the sports. We're going there.
We are going to sports in Green Book.
Because this Wesley Girls matter.
Did you hear the Kia though?
Yeah, because I hope I don't get in trouble this morning. But you know, when you go for intercom,
yes,
when the lady falls down, she'll say Ajay. But when the Wesley Girls student falls down, she say ouch.
Ouch. Well, I should say ouch all the time.
Very good. Yo.
Okay.
Anyone, nobody called you. Anymore.
I am officially the co-host of this show.
She has remembered.
The representative of Wesley Girls High School at multimedia.
Wait.
I do not need to be called on someone. I have a table.
Now let's hear what Enimwa has to say.
AKA Limpe.
Hello, Limpe.
Hello, Enimwa. What do you have to say?
I just came to say K.
K.
Hi.
Limpe, ladies and gentlemen.
I can respond Kia.
Wesley Girls will kill you.
So I wonder if we should get people to tell us how they say Kia for India school.
Yeah. Oh yeah, maybe we should allow them.
Did you see that video? That Akaka video?
I beg you.
When there was a fire outbreak.
We are running into trouble today.
No. Did you see that video? The people. Oh, Sammy is standing on the microphone. So I need to say this. The people ran it away.
Which secondary school did you go to?
I went to Mauli school.
Mauli. So those say Akeya Ohai.
Oh my God.
The Sports Center is brought to you by MTN. Choose your own bundle your own way with MTN Flexi Bundle. Just dial *138# and enjoy bundles that don't expire. It's also brought to you by Standard Chartered Bank. Here for good. Now you can say goodbye to memorizing 1,001 short codes. Experience complete one-click access to all MTN services with the My MTN app and check your airtime, your data, and your Momo balance. Buy bundles with airtime or MTN Momo. You can also monitor your data usage and the calls you've made. You can access your MTN Momo account and so much more, all with the My MTN app. Download the My MTN app from the App Store or Google Play Store today and get 50 megabytes of data for free. 50 megabytes of data for free just by downloading My MTN. All right, let's fight COVID-19 while doing the things we love. We're good together everywhere you stay. So at Standard Chartered, your safety and well-being, that's the thing they think about the most. That's why they want us all to observe the precautionary measures that have been shared by the health authorities. So wash your hands frequently, use alcohol-based hand sanitizers, avoid touching your face, and remember to cough or sneeze into a tissue and dispose of it right after. The health and safety units have significantly stepped up the frequency and cleaning of their branches. They clean everything now, okay, from ATMs to desks, anything you could possibly touch in their branches. Given the protocols around the social distancing, the recommendation is that, look, use the SC mobile app and the straight-to-bank platforms as well as the other digital channels which are available 24/7 for all transactions. Now, the good thing about banking on the digital channels is that you just might win amazing rewards anytime you transact on SC Mobile. So please stay safe and keep well. Standard Chartered. Here for good.
And here for the sports. Could you tell you about last night's wonderful show?
Hey.
Great show. Before I do that, a happy birthday to Ni Amanu Dodu, immediate past senior partner of Key of KPMG. Yes, right. Happy birthday to you. And I just saw one on the console. Please wish a chaotic birthday to my little angel, Kinola Akins, right? Of Christ Ambassador School. More blessings to her from Uncle Ralphie and Auntie Frida. You got a chaotic shout?
Yes, I've got one. This from Tony Senaya to his sister.
Oh, Tony Senaya.
Yes, Husband shoes.
Yes.
One time.
Tony, today is Friday. We will look good.
The presidential shoemaker.
We will look good.
To his sister, Erica Senaya of NHIA. Happy birthday to you, Erica, from Tony and the rest of us all and the family.
Abigail Tete Adi of Teshi Grader Estate. You are being wished a resplendent birthday. May your day be glorious with loads of favor and blessings. Dance to great old or new tunes from your buddies and former colleagues of Ghana Breweries Limited. Happy birthday to you, Abigail.
Wow.
That's nice.
Wow.
Resplendent birthday.
You're serious. This morning. So I can do my first story, if you don't mind.
Do it. Let's go.
Last night we had 3 special guests. In fact, 4 special guests on a special edition of PM Express hosted by my colleague Gary L. Smith, and we had great interaction. So I've just put this together for you because we had the international commentator Jim Beglin. He's normally alongside Peter Jury when you listen to English Premier League commentary, and there's more to come because the English Premier League is returning. Now, yesterday on the show, he had to tell us about what he thought of football returning. He thinks it's a bit inviting danger.
It's too risky. None of us want to see a second wave because that could really knock us back, and who knows what would happen then. But just listening to Richard Masters, the CEO of the Premier League, in an interview recently, he said, I think there'll be about 300 people, which I think is the same in the Bundesliga, that will be allowed into the stadium to begin with. But they won't think about bringing fans into the stadiums until next season, when they begin to phase it in, perhaps slowly. And of course, they're going to be in dialogue an awful lot to figure out when they'll actually be able to start that and how we'll be able to get going again. I mean, lockdown rules in the UK are easy. There's no doubt about that. And the 2-metre rule looks as if it's about to be suspended. But in terms of football matches, it's still inviting too much danger in terms of sparking another spike.
Jim Begling there. Now, South African broadcaster Carol Chavalala is happy the major leagues are finally back. She's not enthused though about the phrase "the new normal."
I hear everyone talking about the new normal. I hate that phrase because there's nothing normal about this. It's the new now, and I'm still holding on to the hope that very soon we'll return to the real normal, what we are used to. So we've had to make by in the meantime, and technology, just needing to get a grapple on technology, broadcasting from home has been a little bit of a challenge. It's taken me about 2 weeks, but what really has been impressive is how everyone in the world of broadcasting has just so quickly needed to adjust our program. So it's been quite an adjustment, but it's time to get back to what we are used to doing.
Carol Chabalala, the new normal. Okay, she hates that phrase, the new normal. But we know football is definitely coming back, not the way we know it. For former England and West Ham United player Carlton Cole, he's focused more on the recent issue of racism. Now, he's totally in support of the Black Lives Matter movement to eradicate racial discrimination, especially in the game.
When you look at the statistics of how many black players to white players that go on to be managers, it's damning that we are really underrepresented. But you got to look at also, I always say, look at the whole picture. There's not a lot of English managers at the moment, let alone black managers. There's not a lot of English managers at the top level. So we're fighting a double battle to be English and black. It kind of works against you because there's not even enough English managers up at that level. So we have to prepare ourselves thoroughly before we can go and try and apply for a job, because it's been happening to a lot of black players not getting the right opportunities and not even getting into the room for an interview, which is very concerning.
If you missed the show, you have to head on to myjoyonline.com and you get to watch it. You can also get onto Facebook pages, Joy997, Joy News on TV as well, and you can get to watch the show, and we've also got great pieces for you, so you can just follow us. There's more coming up on that. But we know yesterday football was back in Spain.
Sevilla, a golden chance. Ocampos, right foot, goes the other way, and Sevilla with the first goal of La Liga's return.
A wonderful dispatch from the man from Argentina.
Driven by Jordan, heel flick across, and this header will not be stopped. Flipped through at the back post. Diego Carlos flying through, and it's Fernando who just gets ahead to it.
Sevilla beat Real Betis in the Sevilla derby as La Liga returned after a 3-month gap with some seeding problems off the pitch. Now, groups of fans ignored guidance as they gathered outside the Ramon Sanchez Pizjuan Stadium before the game, and some of the TV presentation left plenty to be desired now. But in the Lucas Ocampos, the hosts had the key man to win the first match played in Spain since the coronavirus pandemic halted proceedings on the 10th of March. So clearly these are some of the problems that they will have to deal with, especially when it's time to let the fans into the stadium. It's going to be very difficult to control them. And if you have seen the pictures, you'll be wondering what was happening there. But that's the game we love. It's full of passion, but we have to be very, very careful. Let's do one more, still outside and across the ocean, because athletics as well returned yesterday. And Norway's Karsten Warholm set a world record in the Seldom Run 300 meters hurdle. A top-level athletics emerged from lockdown at the Impossible Games. The BBC's Adia Dedoin has more.
The 2,000 meters was a team race which pitted the Ingebrigtsen brothers in Oslo against a Kenyan team featuring world champions Timothy Cheruiyot and Elijah Menengoy in Nairobi. And it was the Norwegians who came out on top, Jakob Ingebrigtsen breaking the European record in the process. And Sweden's pole vault world record holder Armand Duplantis rose to the occasion, defeating the former Olympic champion Roland Villani, who was competing in his back garden.
BBC's Adi Adedoin there with that report. Let's now come to Ghana and talk about what's happening here, because we know former Asante Kotoko defender Wal Mohammed is urging government to help the Premier League clubs by paying salaries of their players. The clubs are in financial distress after months of no activity due to COVID-19. Our belief support from the government for the clubs is crucial.
If you go to Ethiopia, the government will pay everything. So the moment the government will take care of the league, then I think we don't have problem. Yeah, not only Ethiopia, in Saudi, in Kuwait, everywhere. Yeah, they have good sponsors. Then the government also pay the salaries for players. So that's why even the Saudis, they have too much money. You can have one sheikh, you can pay whatever. But even the government are involved. So that's why we are facing problem here in Ghana.
Well, Ghanaian swimmer Abeku Jackson is happy to have finally resumed training as he prepares to make the Olympic Games qualification. Now, with the Olympic Games scheduled to take place in Tokyo now, moved to 2021, Jackson essentially has a year to chop off 0.3 seconds from his 50-meter freestyle time to be at the competition.
Yeah, I think we are going to take a gradual process to come back, I think in 2 weeks or 3. Depending on what the protocols are. But I think I'm very happy to hear that we are moving forward, and we have to approach this in a gradual process, because I think if we rush it, we don't know what can come out of it. But I'm happy to hear that some sports are being able to start again, and looking forward, I think it's a start approach for 2021 Olympics.
All right, that's it for the Joy Sports Center. Kojo, it's a Friday, so at 1:15 p.m. this afternoon, we have the locker room. What are we doing on the locker room? We're heading to Spain to find out how they are getting on with football back. We'll get into South America, talk about what's happening in Brazil. We've got special guests joining us, the likes of Tim Vickery and Guillaume Balagi. And then we'll have a little chat about tennis as well on the show, and the big one with boxing, because Anthony Joshua, I suspect you're a very good friend of Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua, Tyson Fury. That's an interesting bout that is already shaping up. We've got the BBC's Adi Adedoin joining us on the show. So do join us at 1:15. But before I go, Joyce was telling me off air that she was a fantastic long distance runner.
Not a fantastic one. But I made quite a good effort.
Oh, good.
But that I'm a passionate advocate for exercise.
Oh my God. Oh my
healthy
God.
living.
You have to take
yes, and I expect that you and everybody else will take that very seriously.
Okay.
George, you hear?
Yes.
Yo, what are you hitting? Your pot belly.
I'm always guided by a story my mom tells me that I ended her tennis career because she got pregnant when she was trying and working very hard to I think it's some consolation to her doing that. I took up the sport, but of course I do many other things.
Yes.
I exercise regularly at the gym.
That's right.
I walk a great deal. I scale the Aburi Mountain every now and then.
Yes.
I do the Legon walk regularly.
Wow.
And I used to do the L walk almost every weekend until it was turned into a facility to help support the COVID team. Yeah. So certainly a passionate advocate for exercise and healthy living. I was born quite on the heavy side. I was always a very huge girl. But I believe that mostly exercise has been the most beautiful thing I discovered, and I do it regularly. And each time I meet my classmates, what do you do? You really changed. And of course, all the slim ones are now very heavy. So somehow I think I've done a very good job.
Wow.
And,
and your love for RTU, Real Tamale United?
Oh, certainly, because my father lived in Tamale for a long time. In fact, most of his friends, the late B.A. Fusheni, the late Aliu Mahama, who became vice president, were actively patrons of Real Tamale United. I grew up in the days when Abedi Pele was a star. And we used to spend hours following his activities. Note also that he went to the Ghana Secondary School.
Yes.
And my next door neighbor's father at the time was the headmaster of that school in Tamale. So yes,
Kojo, this is
I do have
this is a
fond
developing
memories.
Documentary. We'll have to get on to.
Earlier, Joyce was worried that she would need energy to make it through the show. She said
she has too much energy.
She said she doesn't really go that long.
Why?
Sana, she get kappa.
See the kappa right now. Oh my God!
There's enormous energy in this room.
That's what it is.
There's a certain vitality. That's what it is. I needed a very good shot of espresso to do it, but somehow the energy is enough. Whether it's Kia or whatever.
Right, more to come on the Super Morning Show. Right now, though, your car deserves the